some almonds, Snickers, get my water, you know. Damn. Should have filmed the restaurant. I was just eating over there, Mexican restaurant. That's where I did all the cameras and stuff, you know, like a month ago. Then I did his restaurant in Amherst. Yep. Other than that, I'm just trying to stay on the DL. A lot of memories in this parking lot. I used to get messed up here. I used to skateboard here, just mess around. This whole strip, I'll have to film it one day. It's a big strip up and down, like 2-lane. Lots of stoplights though, and like they haven't paved it new in like a long time. I mean, there's so many memories here. I mean, I blew up my hood at like 130 before on my DSM, crushed the roof down to my head. Got accused of running from the cops right on this side street right after this thing. Thought I was trying to evade him, but I just told him I was trying to get to a safer area because this is a busy road, officer. But no, I really was trying to make it look like hopefully he didn't see me and I was gonna duck away, but he was kind of close, so I didn't want to like do that. It's not like I got one of those buttons for like what's it called, the plate thingy that comes down. I've always wanted one of those. When I was in high school, I was like, I'm gonna invent one of those, but of course the internet came out and all this, and they make them. I'm gonna say, when I got shown this car for the very first time, I like fell in love with it. You know how your eyes can see something? I forget what the name of it is, but when your eyes see something that is like physically appealing and like pleases the sensors in your body, I mean, that's what it did to me. That's what the Supra is to me. All the curves and how big it is and the shape with the longer front end, shorter rear end. The interior, I mean, whoever they hired to make this car, because Toyota is not known for making a lot of cool cars. And it's like Camrys, Corollas, Tacomas, then this thing, it's like, where the hell did this come from? It's really crazy if you think about it. It's a similar thing to like the Terminator story, how he just went kind of alls out with it. It's a great car. I try and tell people, like, it needs paint, obviously. It looks a little rough on the outside, but I mean, this thing drives like a brand new car. I mean, as you can hear right now, there's not one interior rattle. That's it. All that I hear in here when the radio is like off, I hear like clutch noises sometimes because I have like a crazy twin disc clutch. But other than that, I mean, the suspensions were really stiff too. I love this car. I would never get rid of it for anything else. I mean, I wouldn't. That's when people say their dream cars. Like, I wouldn't want a Ferrari. I wouldn't want a Lambo. Like, none of these stupid supercars that every rich person wants. I mean, it's got the 6-speed in it. It's already turbo. It's fun as hell to drive, I'm telling you. Like, it handles so well, and I'm like really close to putting those wheels on here. It's just, things are crazy in my life, and that's why I want to make longer videos and like kind of share what's been going on, because there's one thing about, oh wow, when did they put this thing here? There's one thing about my life, it's like I always felt like my life is like out of my hands. Like, things that happen in my life is like, a lot of things that happen are like not of my control. It just happens, and it's like, I don't understand. Like a few weeks ago when like I killed that dog by accident, like that thing just, if you've ever like hit a deer and they come out of nowhere, I mean, when I'm in this car, I don't text, I don't make phone calls. Like, I drive pretty slow, I pay attention. Like, I really care about this car, even though it needs a paint job. And I mean, there's nothing I could do. I mean, nothing anybody could do. I was like going probably a couple mile an hour under the speed limit. It happened. But that'll be in another video. But other than that, I mean, I hope to make videos again. A few people have been asking, and I feel bad. hopefully I can finish this video. My problem is I can't listen to my music if I'm on this video. Let me get my gun. So uncomfortable driving with that. Yeah, I ate my whole Snickers. The other one. I go through like a gallon of ice cream every 2 days. I probably shouldn't say that. What's that noise? Yeah, my buddy always says I say too much. He's like, I've never met anybody like you, because he never knows how to respond to me, he says, because he never hears somebody say the things that I say. But you know, people can hate all they want about this car I bought. Like, it hurts me a lot too that I, you know, had to get rid of the blue Cobra. I mean, that was my favorite Cobra. I mean, if I had to keep one car, like one Cobra car, it would have been that one. And I hope to build one as clean someday, but people they think they know me by like the videos I put out and whatever I post on like Instagram and stuff, and like that's like nothing of my life. Like, I've mentioned I want to do like a story time one time, and people want to really know about my past, because they have no idea. They really have no idea. Like, yeah, I say too much sometimes, and people even like twist it into stuff. I say stuff about stuff I did wrong. Car is low, so it's a little rough. Like when I got the Supra and stuff, and people are trying to say like, oh, you got rid of that beautiful Cobra for like a piece of shit Toyota. Yeah, if you knew how obsessed about these cars I was, like, you wouldn't even have said that shit, because that's what I mean. Like, I don't say stuff a lot. I don't window shop either. Like, I knew I could never afford this car, and when I know I can't afford something, I don't even look at like for sale ads. Nothing. I try to avoid that thing. I don't even want it in my mind, so I can like feel bad. Like, I just try to live my life, and it just clicked one day when, like, you know, I sold a couple Cobras, and I was like, man, I have a really nice Cobra. I'm like, it'd be something. I'm like, could I? Could I afford a Supra? And that's why I figured I could never have like a left-hand drive when I knew how much money they were. So I was like trying to settle for a right-hand drive. So anyways, people don't know what the car means to me. Like, this is something that was so out of my range. Like, when I was like in 12th grade, loving these things, watching them on streetfire.net, and YouTube like was just coming out, you know, the videos. I mean, there was the Cobras too. I mean, that's why the Cobra Terminator became my favorite Mustang. Like, I used to be obsessed with just the 87 through 93 Mustangs. Like, and everybody in school knew I was obsessed with those. I'm talking everyone, because like our school went from 7th grade up to 12th grade. So like, I remember in 7th grade, this 12th senior had you know, he had like the loudest, there's a GT with like, he had the tailpipes cut straight through the bumper in the back, no cats, it was just loud. And then my other buddy ended up knowing was like Nate, who had like no muffler. I mean, his was loud, it shoot flames out the back, I remember. And I actually, like, I think I beat him with my Eclipse. It's so weird that I got my first like real car was an all-wheel drive Eclipse. When I hated those cars, I used to make fun of them. When Fast and Furious first came out, like, I was like, I think I was kind of buzzed in the movie theater. I was like 14, or I don't know. I couldn't drive, but like my dad had a 5.0 at the time, and I was just like yelling. I was sitting in the back row, like saying, my dad's Mustang could smoke these rice burners, and blah blah blah. Just being obnoxious, throwing popcorn, just stuff young used to call, like, I used to make fun of the 1G DSMs. Like, I used to call them like wedges because they used to look like just, I don't know, they reminded me of these Saturns. Like these Saturn cars that look like wedges, real low, skinny down front. I gotta keep it quiet. This is the center of Granby. Police station's like right up here. The next street is like my street. It's a long street though. Yeah, I was always obsessed with like cars, everything. I mean, the Supra, when I didn't know about these cars. A lot of people didn't know about these cars. I mean, Fast and Furious, like, I mean, this was like, you gotta understand the times we were living. It was like before the internet. Like, it was dial-up we were on. Like, people weren't like on the internet, social media like they were today. There was no social media. There was like MySpace and stuff. And it was a whole different thing. I mean, we had a couple local like performance shops we could order exhaust and stuff from, and we'd get magazines in the mail. That's how we did stuff. All right, works. I just got home. I feel like my tires felt like they were like sticking. Nothing's leaking. The only thing I worked on today was that oil drain crimped. It's literally the last hose that was crimped on this. But I mean, all this is going away soon. Single turbo is coming. I don't see any wetness down there. I think we're good. But yeah, this car is crazy how it's set up. It's different than most twin turbo Supras. That's why it's so beastly sounding. Hey, look at the wastegate. Can you see it? It's over there. I see it welded. I think it's welded completely open. Somebody did. I think it's got full exhaust on this. There's no restriction. Usually you need a little back pressure so you don't overboost, but this thing's got full exhaust. No cats. Just the one muffler in the back. It's got the 550, so I'm pleasing the USDM computer. Pretty much all USDM now. Obviously, I want to change the intake manifold, but the stock one's good up to like 1,000 horse. People just get them for looks. I have the turbo picked out. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. Other than that, I still want to go white with the car. I'm going white. These are brand new headlights, if I didn't mention that. And I'm doing see, he's revving his car going by. I'm going to try and film the reactions of when I go out places and parking lots and people freaking out. But I really got to wait for my son. It's hard for me to like film and like listen to my music, and I don't know. I got big back into music again since backing up from the whole religion thing. It's a long story about that. But other than that, I mean, I love this car. I'm addicted to it, to be honest. I've driven a few times with the roof off. Got my favorite intercooler. I'm doing Mistachrome parts. It's going to be chrome and Mistachrome with a white, pearl white. And I was going to go with the factory Toyota pearl white for the Supra because it just so happens that it's paint code 51, which is that number. I might have done this backing up into my kid's dirt bike. I'm not sure. It's nice having a car that needs paint, to be honest. You don't worry as much. But at the same time, I do treat this thing really nice. It's kind of hard to see on a bright day. Alright, maybe I'll get an exhaust clip putting it away, and I hope this video works. Until the next one, guys. Hopefully I'm back now, so until the next one, stay strong, stay safe. Little companion, he's so happy to see me. I know, I'll bring you out in a minute. Go see the other guy first. Look at this guy. I know, I think I recently found out he's a girl. Yoshi, my new lizard. I don't even know if I posted about this. Yosh, hello. Hey, buddy. Hey. I know you want to come out. Put my car away, and I'll be in.